Hi everyone, in this video I'm going to show you how to crochet this deer applique. If you're on my blog, I have the materials listed below. If you're on YouTube, I'm gonna put that link to the written pattern as well as the materials list, and then also a link to the Woodland themed Afghan, which this deer applique is a part of. So we are going to start with a magic circle, chain 1, and then make 8 single crochets in the ring. Once you have 8 single crochets, go ahead and pull the tail end tight to close the magic ring, and then join to the very first stitch. For round 2, we're going to chain up 1, and we're going to make 2 single crochets in each stitch around. Once you've made 2 single crochets in each stitch around, go ahead and join to the first stitch, chain 1, and for round 3, we are going to make 1 single crochet, and then 2 single crochets, 1 single crochet, and then 2 single crochets. We're going to follow that pattern all the way around, so basically we're increasing every other stitch. So we're going to single crochet into that very first stitch. In the next stitch, make 2 single crochets, and then repeat that pattern. So the next stitch gets 1 single crochet, and then the next stitch gets 2 single crochets. So I'm just going to complete that pattern all the way around the circle. Here I am at the end of round 3. I'm going to join to my first stitch in the round, and now I'm going to chain up 1 and single crochet into the next 4 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now I'm going to slip stitch in the next 7 stitches. So I'm just going to insert my hook, yarn over, pull through, and then pull through the loop. So I'm going to do that in the next 7 stitches. So there was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then in the next stitch, I'm going to make a single crochet, and then also a double crochet into that same space. In the next stitch, I'm going to make 2 double crochets into that same stitch. And then in the next stitch, I'm going to make a double crochet, and then a single crochet into the same space. And now with all the stitches remaining, I'm just going to make slip stitches. And then I'm going to join to the very first stitch. So that is our head. Here you can see the snout down here, and then this is the head. And then now we're going to work on the ear up here, but we're not going to fasten off. We're just going to start the ear right on top of the head here. So go ahead and chain 1 and make single crochets into the next 4 stitches, starting in this first one here. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to turn, chain 1, and we're just going to single crochet across those 4 stitches. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Turn our work, chain 1. Now we're going to decrease over the first 2 and the last 2 stitches. So insert your hook, pull up a loop, insert your hook into the second stitch, pull up a loop, yarn over and pull through all of the loops. And we're going to do that again. So insert your hook, pull up a loop, insert your hook in the second stitch, pull up a loop, and then yarn over, pull through all 3. Turn your work, chain 1, and then for this last row, we're going to do the same thing. Single crochet 2 together, and then chain 1 to fasten off. So here we have the ear, the snout. Next we're going to make the neck, and then we'll finish off with the antler. So in the written pattern, I have start the neck 6 stitches to the right of the ear. So here's the ear, and we're going to the right of the ear. So we're going to count 6 stitches over. So we're going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and start there. So we're just going to attach our yarn. Just going to loop it through, chain 1, and then single crochet into that same space. And then also into the next 3 spaces. So these were slip stitches, so they're a little tricky to get into, but you basically just want to go under these 2 loops that you see here that lay on the top. You just want to go through those. So there's my next stitch. So there are 4 stitches there. Chain 1, turn your work. We're going to make 2 single crochets into the first stitch. We're going to single crochet into the next stitch. Another single crochet into the next stitch, and then in the last stitch, make 2 single crochets. Turn our work, chain 1, and then we are just going to single crochet across. And chain 1 to fasten off. So here is the ear, the neck, and then the snout of the deer. So next we're gonna do the antler. To start the antler, we are going to attach our yarn right here at this stitch to the left of the ear. So I'm just gonna loop it in. And then I'm also going to insert my hook into the stitch right next to it and pull up another loop. So I have 2 loops on my hook. because we are doing a foundation single crochet. So we're going to yarn over, pull through 1, and then yarn over and pull through 2, and that counts as a foundation single crochet. So we're going to do 6 more. So we're going to insert our hook into this here. Okay, so we have 2 loops on our hook, yarn over, pull through 1, and then yarn over, pull through 2. So that counts as another single crochet. So we're going to insert our hook here into this vertical loop, yarn over, pull through 1, yarn over, pull through 2. So there was 3, and you could count them on this side. You can see 1, 2, 3. So again, insert your hook right here, just 1 loop, yarn over, pull through 1, yarn over, pull through 2, and we want a total of 7. And again, you can see them on the side, you can count them on the side. So here I have 7 foundation single crochets, and again, you can count them here because you can see the loops on this side. So I'm going to chain 1, and then I'm going to turn my work so the loops are on top, so I could work into those loops. So I'm going to make 3 slip stitches down the row. So starting here in the first stitch, 1, 2, 3, and now I'm going to chain 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then starting into the second chain from the hook, I'm going to slip stitch down all the chains. 1, 2, 3, and then I also want to slip stitch on the main portion of this antler. So I'm going to slip stitch there. And then I'm going to make 2 more slip stitches. 1, 2. And then you can see we made a point. So we're going to do that again by chaining 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then slip stitching down, starting into the second chain from the hook. And then also on the main part of the antler. And then we're just going to slip stitch down the rest of the way. And then we're also going to slip stitch where we attached our yarn, and then we're going to fasten off. So we have 2 points back here and then the one on top, and I'm going to make another one on this side. So I start at the second point up. You can really put it anywhere on this side, but I'm going to attach my yarn here at the second stitch up the antler. I'm going to make this a little longer, so I'm going to chain 5. And then starting into the second chain from the hook, just going to slip stitch down the chain. And then also into the main part of the antler. I'm going to chain 1, fasten off. And there is our antler. I just got to clean up all of the ends, but I am going to sew this onto my project, so I'm going to keep some of the ends. And then you can arrange this once you sew it on. There should be 2 points to the right, 1 point to the left, and then 1 sticking straight up. And that's it. So I hope this video was helpful. I hope you learned something new in this video. And if you enjoy crochet tutorials, be sure to subscribe to my channel.